Welcome back to Views with Hughes, your Jennifer News. This is Jerome Hughes, and if you haven't done so already, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, click the bell notification so that way you are notified of future uploads and updates. So, coming in straight from Hollywood Reporter, we all knew this was going to happen, and it's been announced loud and proud all day. Hollywood writers defying as strike begins. So, now we see that the Hollywood strike once again has started, and apparently the writers, they're not afraid, but guess what? You will be. Okay? So they're not scared. They're saying we're not scared. Bring it on. Okay? But here's the thing, though. It's not like it was back in 2007. Okay? It's much different right now. Different economic situation where things are worse than when they were back then when it was back in 2007. We also have, the fact that there's a lot of people tuning out, and they're also choosing the wrong time to go on strike right around the time where people are actually saving money themselves, to the point where they're no longer using cable. They're not going to, a lot of them are not going to the movies anymore, as well as the fact that a number of streaming services are losing subscribers. Okay, so this is a bad time to go ahead and have a strike. Not to mention, not only is it a bad time to have a strike, but it's also with everything happening and everything, it's a bad time to have it right around the time where people are turning away from the current mainstream entertainment content. In other words, everything goes woke. So basically, we have people who are responsible for the writing the content, putting woke elements in there, losing viewers and everything. They're choosing to go on strike. Not only that, they have a list of demands. Okay. So the list of demands, which is coming from Vulture, includes where it says that the WGA, the Writers Guild Association, demands increased minimum compensation in all areas of media, increased residuals, appropriate TV series writing, compensation from pre to post-production, increased contributions to pension and health plans, the strengthening of professional standards, and the overall protections for writers and more. In other words, to strengthen the union. Okay. Now, here is the problem with this. Like I said earlier, they're doing it at the wrong time where people are actually trying to save money. They're tightening their purses. They're keeping their wallets to themselves. Some cases even hiding money under the mattress because of the fact that the economic downturn, where there's there's an incoming recession and everything that's happening again. And they decided to go ahead and go on strike. My thing is, if they actually sticking to writing good quality content and entertainment, then we wouldn't be having this mess right now. All right. So not only that, we have Saturday Night Live. They're going to have to shut down production due to the writer's strike. Okay, says here the May 6th episode with host Pete Davidson is off, and reruns will air in the NBC show's late night slot for the time being. Same thing happened back in 2007 where SNL was affected due to the writer's strike, and they had to air reruns. This is also going to affect the late night programs like Jimmy Kimmel Live and so on and so forth, and late night with Seth whatever his name, and also along with a number of others, but we've also saw that with Jon Favreau. He stated that season 4 of Mandalorian was also written possibly because of the upcoming the fact that the writer's strike was coming at the time, and he knew it. Okay. Now here we have on Twitter Adam Conover, yes, the same Adam that made Adam Ruins Everything. He says he's showing support for the WGA, where about the union. Says here in the tweet, I'm incredibly proud of how transparent our union is. In the WGA West strike announcement, we include a list of our proposals and the AMPTP's responses. Read it for yourself. It explains in black and white. We're forced to go on strike. So he's saying that they were forced to go on strike because of the fact that they won't live up to their demands that they've had made known to them, to the union. So it says here we have proposals that would prevent the studios from eliminating the writers' room. They refuse to discuss them. We have proposals to protect screenwriters from free work that would have cost them nothing to implement. They rejected them and offered an educational meeting. We propose that comedy, variety, and daytime writers on streaming have the same pay and protections as they do on TV. Instead, they offered us minimum that would apply to virtually no shows on the air. Oh, and also they want to start paying you by the day. He also stated that we proposed that AI not be used to undermine our work. They rejected our proposal and offered an annual meeting to discuss advances in technology. Wow, a meeting? Thank you ever so much. And then insulting county just dripping with contempt. Here's the thing, though. A lot of people are actually starting to turn to AI now. We got you got journalists turning to AI to have to write their articles for them. Now they're stating that they don't want to be replaced by AI because, and it's, guess what? It's going to be a lot of people and companies that's going to start using the AI, and I'm against that. Why? Because of Terminator 2. That's why. All right. So they also said here that rejected our proposal, refused to counter, rejected our proposal, refused to counter, rejected our proposal, refused to counter. We brought writers desperate stories of not being able to make a living in this business anymore. In other words, saying that's the response to the AMPTP, and that was their response. Okay. And it also says here, and it's interesting because of the fact that it's a whole, back and forth thing where they present something and the other organizations rejecting their proposals. Why? Because of the fact that the money's running out. Simple as that. It's running out. And that's a pattern, which he said is so obvious, where the proposals that they refuse to engage with are the ones that will protect writers the most. They're saying it's going to protect writers most and not these heads who they're trying to make these negotiations with. That will protect us from being turned into gig workers. They're paid by the day. We are fighting for nothing less than the survival of writing as a viable career. So in other words, they don't want this to be just another gig. They want it to be a lucrative career where they make a lot of more money. So we're going on strike to remind them that our work has made them rich. Without us, they have nothing. It's going to be hard, but we're going to win because we're going to stand together, be honest with each other, and fight for each other. And then we do that. And when we do that, we win. Okay? So now we have a big mess on our hands. No, it's not on our hands. We're just witnessing a big mess because of the fact that these are the same writers that put out here the content that led to lower ratings of these different programs on television. Crazy thing about it, they're out of touch with the people, their audiences, the people who they're trying to entertain, or in this case, go ahead and project a lot of political ideologies. It's not the fact that it's not the unions or the other representatives that you got to worry about. Okay, it's not the organization you got to worry about. It's not it's the people who you're trying to entertain, the audience that you're trying to reach out to, because we're the ones that determine if you go ahead and get renewed for a season or not in reality. Okay, it's not just the executives and everything. It's also the fact that we also give the ratings of the show. Okay. We're the ratings. We're the reason behind the ratings. All right. But crazily enough, we're just going to have to see what happens. Okay. We're definitely going to have to see what happens with this. We don't know how long it's going to take because of the fact that it could stop or end at any minute now. Because just like in 2007, there was no way of determining when it's going to stop or what kind of timeline that was given to them. Okay. So let me know your thoughts about this in the comments below. Do you think that this is going to be happening in the long run? Do you think it's going to be actually ending quickly? Do you think that AMPTP is going to actually give in to their demands? Because the fact that right now it's the ATMP that's telling them that these things that we can't let happen right now. We can't really meet your demands because of the fact that we're tight on money ourselves, so that's what they proclaim. Okay, so let me know your thoughts about this in the comments below. Let me know whose side are you on. You on the WGA side, the Writers Guild Association, or the AMPTPs? Okay, so let me know your thoughts about it in the comments below. Let me know what went wrong in the video. Also, if you have any additional thoughts about what was covered in this video that I did not mention up, go ahead and share that in the comments below. Also, if you enjoy what I shared in this video, go ahead and share this video far and wide across social media. And if you haven't done so already, you enjoyed all the content I put out there, go ahead and subscribe to the channel and click the bell notification so that way you will notify the future uploads and updates. Until then, peace.